Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to the Blount County May Beer Board. Before we get started, let me read the emergency evacuation procedures. In the event of an emergency evacuation, an alarm may sound. Everyone should exit the building by way of the nearest stairwell in a safe and effective manner. If the nearest stairwell is blocked by smoke, use the other stairwell. Do not use the elevator. Once you have reached the main floor, follow the exit signs to exit the building and quickly proceed away from the building. Please be mindful of others evacuating and of emergency vehicles. Members of the board, if you would register your presence, please.
Mr. Chairman, you have 5 members present and four absent. You do have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, I will stand for a motion to set the agenda. So moved by Commissioner Caskey, seconded by Commissioner Carver. If you're in favor of setting the agenda, please register your vote.
Mr. Chairman, there are 5 yes votes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The agenda is set. This time I stand for a motion to approve the minutes of the April 10th Beer Board. So moved by Commissioner Carver and seconded by Commissioner Caskey. Those in favor signify by registering your vote.
Mr. Chairman, there are 5 yes votes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The minutes have been approved. This time we'll move to item C, public input on items on the agenda. Is there anyone in the audience that has anything to say on items on the agenda? Seeing no hands, we will move to item D, which is unfinished business, discussion of possible action regarding distance requirements. And if it be the pleasure of the board, since the budget committee ran over, I'd like to move this to the next beer board agenda. If I could, I'll need a motion to do that. So moved by Commissioner Melton, seconded by Commissioner Carver. Those in favor signify. Sorry.
Okay.
If you're in favor of the motion, please vote yes. If not, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 5 yes votes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That item has been moved to the next beer board agenda. At this time, we'll move to new business, and we'll have a public hearing regarding a request for an on-premises beer permit for fans of the Mountain LLC, DBA Smoky Mountain Speedway, 809 Brick Mill Road, Maryville, Tennessee, 37801. And at this time, I will declare the public hearing open, and I will turn it over to our attorney, Mr. Craig Garrett.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Do we have a representative of Fans of the Raceway LLC present? Come to the podium, please, sir. Would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the information you provide to the board today will be truth to the best of your knowledge and beliefs?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Stanley Best.
All right, you're one of the owners of this LLC, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You've submitted this application for an on-premises permit, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I think everybody knows where this is. This is the old Smoky Mountain Raceway on Brick Mill. There's been a previous permit holder at this location, as I understand it.
Yes,
is
sir.
that correct? Is all the information in your application true and correct to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, sir.
You all have asked the Sheriff's Department pursuant to our ordinance to do measurements to the closest church, school, places of public gathering, and they are all considerable distances away from the raceway. The closest church and the Lanier School are all over a mile away. Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
No residence within 300 feet. The closest personal residence is 700 feet according to your application. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, does anybody have any questions on the board for this gentleman? Anybody in the audience have any questions? Okay, thank you, sir. I would recommend to the board that this applicant meets the criteria for the issuance of a permit.
Thank you, Mr. Garrett. What is the pleasure of the board?
Move to approve.
Have a motion to approve the permit by Commissioner Caskey. Seconded by Commissioner Melton. If you're in favor, please register your vote.
There are 5 yes votes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Your motion passes. Sir, your permit will be with the clerk's office. You can come by in the morning and pick that up and take care of the necessary fees and signatures. Okay. There being no further business, I'll declare this meeting adjourned.